You are not going to believe how many properties were sold at or above list price last week. Stay tuned to find out more in your Monday Market Monitor. We are 3 weeks into September and the fourth quarter, and the Vancouver Real Estate Board is seeing some very interesting numbers for the week of September 19th to 25th. Let's unpack them. So this week we saw a slight drop of 134 new listings coming to market over the previous week. So last week we totaled 984 new listings. So similar to like mid-July listing numbers that we were seeing. I actually expected to see way more come back to the market, given that we've seen on average 125 properties expire or come to the end of their term over the last 12 weeks. So it remains to be seen if we will see more than the 83 properties that we got last week, which came to the end of their term, if we'll see more than that next week. Interestingly enough, we had 319 price changes last week, which was the highest number that we've actually seen in 4 weeks. So this is the number to watch over the next couple of weeks as people really start to adjust to a higher amount of inventory, aka competition on the market. Our sales are creeping up from the bottom, which we saw in the first week of September. So this past week we had 394 sales. That is 34 more than the previous week. So a little bit of an improvement there. But what's interesting here is that in those 394 sales, the average days on market came down from 34 for the first and second week in September to 28 days on market. What that tells me is that agents and sellers are really starting to adjust their pricing for this new market so that they have a successful fall sale. Of course, some of those will be price improvements from the previous week, but it just highlights the fact that right now, price is king. Now to the juicy stuff, the numbers we have all been waiting for. We're talking about how many of the 394 sales last week were sold at or above list price. This actually knocked my socks off when I calculated it. We're at 27% of the sales last week sold at or above list. And we haven't seen a percentage that high since the first week in August. So this is pretty interesting stuff. And now those numbers for the properties sold under $1 million last week. There were 211 of the 394 sales sold at the $1 million mark or under. So 53.5% of the properties. That is a crazy number and it's growing every week. And I have been talking about this for a while. If you have a property to sell under $1 million, then you are in luck because this is the most active price band right now across the real estate board of Greater Vancouver. This is also where the most competition is. So for people entering into the market, purchasing under $1 million, you need to have your shit together, those ducks in a row, and be prepared to be in competition because it's likely to happen. For sellers, as I mentioned before, price is king, and if you are not going to pay attention to what is sitting on the market or what is selling right now, not what your neighbor sold for back in March, then you are going to miss your elusive fall sale. And I'm not sure if it's for you, but if you want to have a more in-depth conversation about the Vancouver real estate market and how all these stats are going to affect your home sale and your potential moves into a larger property, please reach out. I love talking about real estate and I'm definitely able to help. Thank you so much. This has been your Monday Market Monitor and we will see you in the next video.